Ghana Tea was so and now Mushe Mayo Washi and Copium Ewakra High Court, I ho and Richard Jakpa, Attorney General to force him a case in just a year or who's why was so I Charlie. Now Richard Jakpa over the weekend is Friday, Jimmy or Jenna a witness boss on my court as a man. Now some year can I just say, okay, on one or cast what declare war with Attorney General to say, Satamudi your court component on the agent record dealing with him spiritually. As some noble to a can of a former finance minister, I said, Tepe, a boy actually I tell you, so in the end, Uncle Katie and common new nano, a power a baby, so no one to know some if you can put what bones a power I just say, Yen I was a whole defending, I just say, I feel a bob will be the anchor also. Or atakata sono sa nsem me poladomo trip twetwem agie pan e dia mind me so say be kom akotie nsem a Jakpa keka e court.
Come this one and the spiritual one, they were the shocking ones. Here it is. Attack on Setekpe Shariati. Jakpa said on the stand that former finance minister Setekpe was an evil man who was against the transaction. This is contrary to earlier claims by Atuforsen that Setekpe was one who approved the LC and the transaction. Viewers, what are we going to do with this? How do the lawyers feel about this? Richard Jakpa, the same guy who gave Johnson Asedun Ketia and Samuel Jamefi a tape to organize a press conference against the Attorney General and therefore political purposes, he says that Setekpe, the former finance minister, who is potentially maybe in the event that the NDC win, incoming finance minister again, that man Setekpe is an evil man. Forget about the circumstance of Setekpe's politics and think about Richard Jakpa's psychology. Setekpe had already been in court, this trial, same trial, to testify in favor of Richard Jakpa. I don't know whether he doesn't know or he didn't get it like that. Setekpe had been a witness for the defense. He had been invited to the court as witness. He had been cross-examined by the Attorney General. He had insisted that it was he who authorized the transaction. He had added to the material, the defense document of the defense. Setekpe has spoken in favor of the defense. Setekpe has spoken in favor of the first accused, Atuforsen, second accused, and the third accused. He has been discharged by the court. Richard Jakpa mounts the witness box in cross-examination, says the same Setekpe is an evil man and he was against the transaction. The Attorney General, in cross-examining Setekpe, has suggested to Setekpe that this transaction didn't come from you. This transaction came so moto from Atuforsen. And Setekpe told the Attorney General, no, it came from me. Attorney General says, no, Mr. Finance Minister, it did not come from you because of even the way the documents have been described to the Chief Director. The letter that went to the Chief Director went from Deputy Finance Minister. Setekpe said, no, it is from me. It is not from Atuforsen. Attorney General said, no, it's from Atuforsen. He said, no, it's from me. Okay. Argument over. Setekpe is discharged. Setekpe's testimony recorded in the court documents. Then Richard Jakpa comes. He says Setekpe is an evil man and he was against the transaction. Viewers, are we together? Are we together? Setekpe says that I am with the transaction. Attorney General says you were not with the transaction, Mr. Setekpe. You were not. This is Atuforsen acting alone. So moto acting alone.
Tepe says Jakpa na say oh blue a case no or say case no cry that my NDC for start to say or the monsa it from pamos go ready wechi aka ma ka case we aye dem he had wo so odi air bani the odi base na be betimi defend o ti akoko ma case no e o chi mu pa edi ama ayenko for yenko e ne go tie de to so.
No. He was acting under my authority. And I have authority as Minister of Finance to do the LC. Attorney General says, okay, I don't think so, but okay. So Tekpe is gone. Weeks later, Richard Jakpa, the third accused, says Tekpe was against the transaction. I think the judge is going to have some interesting matters to deal with when she comes to write her ruling. It says Setekpe is against the transaction. Attorney General thought that Setekpe was not with the transaction. Setekpe told the court that he is fully with the transaction. Richard Jakpa says that Setekpe was against the transaction. He's an evil man. that Sheriaite is an evil man. This is the kind of witness who is the third accused. That is him. This is the same person who managed to get the whole hierarchy of the National Democratic Congress, serious political party in opposition, big political party. This man, Richard Jakpa, was able to gather them in a room. Samuel Jemfi, the propaganda secretary, Fifi Kwete, the general secretary, Johnson Asedu Ketia, the national chairman. He put them together, sent them to go and do a press conference. Richard Jakpa is a powerful guy. He whipped them, go and do a press conference. They all lined up on Tuesday. They did press conference. They had a tape. Richard Jakpa, Asedu Ketia, are you listening? Jakpa says, your finance minister, Tekwe, is an evil man. You see, truth, truth, you cannot hide it. Truth, you can't hide it. The light will always shine over the darkness. Light, it will always shine over the darkness. There's no darkness that can outshine light. And people will be speaking in a certain way that you will wonder what is happening if your heart is clean. If your heart is clean. People will be speaking a certain way. You wonder what is happening. Why is Sami Jemfi today? Why is he not defending Richard Jakpa's statements in court anymore? Why is Sami Jemfi's press conference, the post-court press conference, where is it? Why is it not happening anymore? He's in town. He's at the office. He's there. It's not happening anymore. Why is it not happening anymore? What's going on? Told the court that he sent documents to the Attorney General by phone when they met in Justice Kulendi's house, and that it is these documents that Attorney General was using to prosecute him. So today he came into the witness box, and then the Director for Public Prosecutions was with him. And Director of Public Prosecutions said that, Mr. Jakpa, you have told this court that you sent documents to the Attorney General, and it is these documents that are being used to prosecute you. He said, yes, I said that. It's true. He said, okay, take a look at these documents. So he looked at them. Are these the documents? He said, yes. Then the DPP told him that, I'm suggesting to you that these documents were filed on the 29th of March. Were filed on the 16th of March. And then your conversation, your sending to the Attorney General was on the 29th of March. So by the time that you were sending it to the Attorney General, it had already been filed in court. Then he was there. He was in the witness box. You said you sent these documents, and it's these documents that have been used. Okay, the dates show that whilst your allegation claimed on 29th of March, the Attorney General filed these same documents on the 16th of March. So you see, when you are dealing with lawyers and Attorney Generals, you send a document to them, they will not say anything. They will, yeah, okay, thank you. They won't tell you that, oh, this document, I already have it, I filed it. Lawyers don't do that. Serious lawyers don't do that. So I think that's what confused him. When he sent the documents, Attorney General didn't say that, oh, I already have it. So he thought, he boldly goes to assert and to Asedu Ketia. I think by now, Asedu Ketia and Samuel Jemfi are seeing the kind of person they may have been dealing with. I think by now they are getting it. I think they are getting it. But anyway, let's read it. Jakpa earlier claimed that on 29th of March, the Attorney General assured him that he will let him go scot-free. Oh, sorry, this is about the submission of no case. I'll come to the text message in a minute. This is about the submission of no case. The date I used is submission of no case. Jakpa earlier claimed that on the 29th of March, the Attorney General assured him that he would let him go scot-free at the submission of no case if he testifies against Atuforsim. However, the Attorney General had already, on the 16th of March, filed a document saying that Jakpa indeed had a case to answer. So it's very similar, but this is about submission of no case. So on submission of no case, Jakpa told the court that Attorney General assured me on 29th of March that my submission of no case will be upheld by the court, or that he will not oppose my submission of no case. Really, that's what the Attorney General can do. The Attorney General cannot assure him that the court will sustain his submission of no case. The Attorney General can assure him that he will not oppose it, because opposing the submission of no case or not is within the Attorney General's power. What the verdict the court will give is not within the Attorney General's power. So Jakpa was suggesting that the Attorney General promised him that he will not oppose the submission of no case. But by the 29th month that he was talking to Attorney General, the Attorney General had already filed his documents in 16th of March opposing the submission of no case. He had already opposed the submission of no case on 16th of March. Jakpa says on 29th of March, he told him that he will not oppose it, but the thing had already been filed. So they are trying to suggest to Jakpa in the witness box that maybe you are not being truthful to the court. Maybe maybe you're not being truthful. But the judge will look at all of those things.
Ewie plade chwa chichimu edi amaye ewie wonso a wotifi a wohwen wadwenkyerɛ ɛwɔ saa nsɛm hu ɛno ɛna yɛ de mesre panse obeja fefe edi amame ɛwɔ comment section ha Ghana tips so Michelle ɛna yɛ frame sisi ade makram